Welcome back to Hayes Tech ROM Reviews. This one here is going to be on Pure Nexus again. I thought it was a good time to go ahead and review this ROM once again, especially since Substratum has been released to the public. Um, Again, if you guys follow anything on the BitPsycho or BitSeco community, I probably said that wrong too. The Layers manager is no longer supported, and they are trying to convert everything over to Substratum now, which is the newest form of the Layers manager or theme engine. It's a lot easier to use. It's kind of laid out like CMTE's laid out, where if you guys can see here, it's got it's got the look. It's got that look of CMTE. Pretty much to change anything on here, it all does it on the fly without a reboot. The only time you have to actually reboot is if you're like applying a boot animation. Then you definitely have to reboot your device in order for you to see that take effect. But if you're just changing colors, themes, all of that, it's as simple as doing just changing it, and at the most a system UI restart. So for now, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and get into this ROM so I can let you guys see what it is. And for those of you that don't know or haven't been following much on Pure Nexus, they've stopped building any of the CMTE themes and are or were sticking strictly with layers, with the anticipation of Substratum hitting the scene. So we're going to go ahead and go into About Phone, and I'm going to let you guys see this is for the Nexus 6. It is Pure Nexus. This is the OMS build, and it has the August security patch in it. So this is the latest and the greatest. Has everything in it. I am running a custom kernel, again, only because I like the features of this custom kernel that I'm running, which is Blackbird. But you guys can run whatever kernel you want, and you can stick with the provided kernel because it doesn't force encrypt, and it's a very smooth running kernel in its own right. Again, guys, I only do it because I like the features in this kernel. But there are a lot of other good kernels out there. It doesn't hurt to try them. Just make a backup. Back up your stuff. Try it. If you don't like it, restore it. It's that simple. We're going to go ahead and go right up into the custom settings. Let you guys see what that is. And just by the way, the theme I'm running is Deity right now. I'm going to, once I go through the settings, I'll let you guys see what's on the ROM. We'll hit Substratum once again, and maybe I'll touch on some of the features that I didn't touch on in my video just on Substratum. So right now we're going to go into the Pure Nexus settings. I'll let you guys see how that's laid out, what's in it. The first up is going to be the lock screen. You have your lock screen shortcuts, lock screen items. Um, that would be your clock font, date, alarm text, all that. Double tap to sleep, torch, media cover art. Of course, your transparency's down there. You can set that up. And then your lock screen wallpaper and reset lock screen wallpaper, which means basically just go back to the stock flashed lock screen settings for your wallpaper. Then we have the notification drawer. You're going to have your quick pull down if you guys want to use it. You don't even have to use it. Of course, I do, but you can set it up for right, left, or always, or even off. Then you have your smart pull down. If you guys use that, it's there. It is a feature that's included. Show weather. Of course, you have your weather settings. Your display weather. Use a custom location if you want. Of course, I throw in my little custom location, so I can't give, I don't want to give you guys my actual place of where I'm living at, but it gets me close enough to where I can get pretty accurate weather. Then of course you have, all the other settings that go along with this. This is basically kind of like what your widget settings are going to be like. Let's see. Force expanded notifications. You do have time contextual headers on this. Right now, I have it off. But if the theme that's running on that you're running on Substratum actually has headers that are contextual, you can turn that on, and it will throw a contextual header. Right now, I am running one of Frankie T's deity headers, the alien one, which is one of my favorites. That and the gorilla. I love the gorilla. So, in order for that to run and run smoothly and to show up, actually, you want to have your time contextual header turned off. The only time you want to have that on, if you're running a custom header, is if the custom header is for contextual headers. All right. Let's see. Then you have your quick settings. Configure your quick setting tiles. These are what I have picked out and what I am running right now. I'll slowly get on through them, let you guys see what's there. And now I'll show you what I didn't add. That's pretty much it. Man, I'm still fighting a cold. Man. Let's see. Large first row. Basically, the other settings are going to be for how you want your tiles to look, how many, all that. Then you have your advanced data tile, advanced location, brightness slider, and of course the vibrate on touch. If you guys want to use that feature's there as well. Let's see. They don't have animations on that though. I didn't see that anywhere in the ROM. That'd be pretty cool if they did have that in, but again, I think that's just a CMTE setting. I could be wrong, but I kind of like those animations where they rotate. Next up is going to be your recent apps. I'm running immersive mode in full screen. You guys actually can set that up however you want. Default, status bar only, nav bar, full screen if you want, like me. Let's see, search bar, clear all. They do give you 6 positions on your clear all location. Then if you want, you guys can run slim recents. It's there. If I enable it, I'll let you see what that looks like. It's basically like a KitKat type of recents bar. I don't like to use that. I like to use the marshmallow or lollipop style recents, which is, again, the Rolodex. And since I'm running in the immersive mode full screen, it goes right from the top to the bottom. So, and I think Omni Switch is on here. I might be wrong. All right, well, it does have slim recents on it. Let's see. Status bar is up next. It's going to be clock settings, battery settings, stuff like that. So first up, of course, is going to be battery. And one thing that Pure Nexus is known for, just like Dirty Unicorn and a couple other really good name ROMs, Screwed, Resurrection Remix, the list goes on, Candy. This one here comes set up that if you guys purchase the 3-minute battery settings from the Play Store, that all you got to do is install it from the Play Store and it comes up, right off the bat. So you don't even have to screw with it, which is one of my favorite features in custom ROMs. I think it works better on AOSP based ROMs. Not saying that the CM based ROMs don't work. There are a couple out there, but usually it's the AOSP ROMs that are the ones that work the best, at least right out of the gate that I found. Then you got your battery bar. You can pick a color if you want. You can run without it. You don't even have to run with a battery bar, but here are the locations that they allow you to put it on. You have your charging animation for that all the way at the bottom if you guys want to go ahead and run with a battery bar. Carrier label. Actually, I'm running PNP, which is Pure Nexus Project. You guys can put in whatever you want, or you don't even have to run with a carrier label. It'd be nice to be able to color that and the clock, but Mr. Beanstown, this is the way he wants his ROM. And remember, guys, if all ROMs were exactly the same, then we would just have a ROM. You know, why would you want to flash a different ROM if they were all the same? For your clock settings, you have your your center, right, left, AM, PM, then date style, position, and format. Let me see, network traffic, if you guys want to run that. Again, this would be nice to at least be able to color this because it's kind of small. And even when it's enabled, it's, kind of hard to see. I'd at least like to see the arrows colored because this I do use. I actually use that quite a bit. Status bar icons. You're going to be able to pick and choose what icons you actually want to show on your status bar. When, say, if you're casting, if you want that to show, like which I'm doing right now, it's considered casting because I'm making a video using my screen record. It would put that icon up there, but I don't want the icon up there, so just switch it off. And this is what they give you to pick and choose from there. I can get a drink here real quick. Yes, I'm drinking energy drink. I'm drinking my favorite, which is Rockstar Punched. Let's see here. That was status bar icons, and you have your double tap to sleep, brightness control, and show notification count all the way at the bottom. Your next section is going to be for your buttons. Here are your nav bar settings. You can enable it or disable it. Show arrow key while typing. You have your IME selector icon. Double tap to sleep, kill app back button. You're going to find that here, not in the developer options. And then, of course, if you do select that like I do, I usually like to move that up a little bit so I'm not inadvertently hitting that whenever I hit the back button because sometimes that can be a little touchy. Now, I found it's not that bad on this ROM. At the flash settings, it's actually pretty good. Then you have recent long press if you want to use it. I usually don't. And then at the bottom is your customizations, where you can move your nav bars around and your size and that. Dimensions go all the way up from 52 all the way down to 0. These are your widths. And a layout all the way at the bottom. And if you're new to Android, it's very easy to do it. All you do is hit that little edit, and then you physically drag the buttons where you want to put them, and then hit save. Now I want my buttons back the other way, so I'm just going to hit the back button without saving, and it's going to go right back to where it was. That's pretty much it for nav bar or button. Power menu's up next. They do give you a lot of options on the power menu on this ROM. I use my power menu a lot, just like I use my quick settings and my recents. So good on them for all the options they give you for that. And then, of course, you have your rocker volumes or your rocker settings for your volume. You can pretty much set it up however you want to do it. Alright, last stuff's going to be the system settings. First stuff's going to be display, expanded desktop, and you have wake on plug, 3-fingered screenshot, which I love. I do love that one. You basically take 3 fingers, put it on the screen, pull down, and you get a screenshot. Then you have your notification light. You guys can set your notification lights up however you want to set them up. And all the way at the bottom are your battery notification lights. Then we have media and notification, which is your, turn off or turn on your camera shutter sound. Double tap power for camera vibration. These both are on by default. Heads up notification is next. I have mine off, but if I turn it on, these are the settings that you have with that. You have your snooze timer, force heads up, and then of course you can have your white list, do not disturb, and your black list all the way at the bottom. Battery saver notification and low battery notification is last but not least, obviously. And that is pretty much it for the custom settings. Now, what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to go down through and touch on display. I'll let you guys see the display settings on this. Your ambient is there. Dashboard columns, that's all going to be on there. So that's where that is at. Next up is going to be the sound and notification settings. These are basically all your volume control settings, where you want your volumes at. You can link your notification and call settings together if you want, or have them split like I have. Then you have your do not disturb, ringtone volume settings, or ringtone notification settings, and your standard notification settings where you can pick what you want the sound to play. Then under other sounds, listen to me, under sounds, you have your you can actually turn on or off the other sounds that the phone makes, or the device if you're flashing this on a tablet. This is where you're going to turn off or turn on those settings there. Yeah, I think that's about it for that. Pretty much standard, the rest of this, as far as sound and notification goes. I think about the only other one I want to hit is security. I'll let you guys see what is in the security settings. Again, very, very standard. Nothing really out of the norm. Now, I did notice lately, at least on the newer GApps packages that we're flashing, that device administrator comes already turned off. So if you're like me and you automatically turn that off, pretty much you don't have to do that anymore. It comes unchecked by default. Or at least it has been for me. I don't know. It may not do that for you. I don't know. That was security. I'll go down through developer options, but really, most of the stuff is in the settings. Yeah, I can't think of anything else on here. You make sure you have that Android debugging turned on. I think multi-window mode is in here under drawing. Yeah, you have your multi-window mode. And then, of course, last app, kill last app, that was back in the custom settings. Normally, under a lot of the other ROMs, you would find that all the way at the bottom here. But it is, if you recall, in the custom settings. So that's pretty much it, guys. Again, it does have the latest security updates in it. It's very, very smooth. I love the ROM. As far as it goes for smoothness and fluidity, I've had no issues at all with it whatsoever. Now, I did want to go into Substratum real quick and just show you. Last time I touched on, how to compile and switch. I just wanted to show you guys what you can actually do with Substratum. So basically what I did was I made up a theme for every single one of these, and I just want to show you how easy it is to switch back and forth. And right now I'm running Deity, so if you click on that, it might tell you that it's building cache resources for it, and if that's what it's doing, that's fine. Let it go. Then you're going to have to click it again for it to actually load the theme. But right now, this is the theme that I'm running. But what's really cool about this is if you go into the overlay manager, this is going to be where you can actually pick your theme, set it up. The way I do it is I just click them all, and then I go down through the list and uncheck anything that I don't want themed. Which the only thing that I don't have themed on here is Nova Launcher, because I'm running an old version of Nova Launcher. And then once you're done, you hit that little icon and you click Compile Update, and that's going to basically compile or build the theme for you and sign it. It doesn't install it, it just compiles it. It builds it and signs it. Once it's done, you click on the drop down up here, you click Enable Install or Enable Installed Overlays, and it's going to enable the overlay that you just installed. And it's that simple. Once it's done, what I normally do is I click back, I go up here and I hit restart, or do a system restart. So it'll restart the system, and once the system's restarted, your theme will be complete. So, I mean, it's that simple. So, let's say we want to go into a different theme. We want to run a different one. Let's go to Lunar. It's as simple as just clicking on Lunar. And now remember, guys, I already have this theme set up, okay? But normally what you would do is you would click on all of them, pick your settings, your colors, whatever. Then remember, you would click compile or update when it's done. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot to tell you guys, before you put another theme on, okay? This is important. You don't want to screw this up. Before you go putting on another theme, the first thing you want to do is go into the theme that you're running, and you want to disable installed overlays. Okay, let it go through its thing. It'll do a system UI. Actually, we're going to do that right now. Disable installed overlays. Okay, and it'll take the theme off for you. Remember, just click back. I like to manually do a restart system UI. Go to the theme that you want to put on. I'm going to go to Lunar. Now remember, like I said, I already have this theme already set up. So basically, I'm just going to go ahead and let it load. And once it loads, all you do is go up here, click on Enable Installed Overlays, click OK, and then wait for it to install. After it installs, remember what I said, just go back, click the Restart System UI, and now you'd be themed in that theme. And remember, guys, I picked some really wild colors just to kind of show you the contrast between, because a lot of these themes look a little bit similar, so I wanted it to really stand out what the different ones look like. So we'll go back. Let's say we want to go. We're going to go into another one. So remember, you go back to the theme that you're running. You click uninstall or disable installed overlays. Click OK. Then once it takes the theme off, go back. Of course, we got to wait for it to load. Come on. I probably have a ton of apps running in the background. Then just do a system restart, or yeah, restart your system UI again. Just like that. Scroll down to another one. Let's go Tronic. By the way, Tronic just come out with an OMS build, so you guys might want to go over there and sign up to try it. I love it. I love Tronic. It's another one of my favorite layers themes. Remember, if you didn't already compile it, you want to turn that on. Go down here and make sure that you have the ones on that you like, the ones off that you don't like, uncheck, check, whatever. And then you want to click on Compile Update. Let it compile it when it's done. Once it's completely done, you'll see, whoops, once it's, come on. Once it's completely done, you'll see the letters will change from black to like that orange and green. That way you'll know that it was done. Go back up here, click Enable Installed Overlays, click OK, and wait for it to install it. And then again, once it's installed, I know this is repetitious. You click the back button here, wait for it to load, click your drop down, restart system UI, let it restart the system UI, and now I'm running this theme. So many themes I can't even remember. But guys, it's that simple, and it's just leaps and bounds ahead of the layers manager. I do like it. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of layers. I'm a CMTE fan, and to me it's about looks. My favorite is CMTE. I like the way it themes. I like the way when you go into the settings, if you pick certain themes, especially the ones that I've showcased, it just goes so deep and just really changes the whole system UI, the way it looks. But they're not the same themes. Layers and CMTE are two entirely different animals. So you can't, you guys can't compare them apples to apples. And I've just seen so many arguments about which one's better and which one's. They're both very good theming. If you guys like the theme, you should try them both out. Anyways, guys, that's it. That's pretty much it for OSM. Don't forget to check out the headers, because Substratum also supports header changing. It also supports boot animations. You can change boot animations with it. You can change fonts. I mean, you could do so much with this. You know, limitations are your imagination and what's available. So I was going to go ahead and change a header, but you know what? Uh, Again, headers are just like anything else. Make sure you disable the one you're running, pick another one, compile it. Once it's done, install it, and you're good to go. It's like, I mean, it's that simple. We'll disable the one I'm running right now. Click OK. Let it go. Once it's done, do a system UI restart. That doesn't take long, actually. We'll go back, restart system UI. Header pack's now gone. Go back into headers. Let's see. Make sure you toggle it on. And pick another header. I was running the Alien, so you could go with something different. Like we'll just go. I kind of like the Nexus ones. Pure Nexus 1. No, that's 11. Well, it don't matter. And then you want to hit pull up. You want to compile this. Let it compile. I'll pause until it's done. Once it's done, guys, just make sure, look up here. You want to make sure you see with no errors. Then you know you're good to go. Then you want to click up here again. Enable installed overlay. Click OK. Wait for it to get done. Like that. Like I said, I usually go back. I do a system UI restart. I let it do that, and you should have your new header pack on. And that's our new header pack. So, I mean, it's that simple, guys. Honestly, there's nothing more to it than that. I think I've kept you long enough. I am going to go ahead and let you guys go. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Sorry that it took so long. I know, guys, I try to shorten my videos up, but you know, I really want to show you every feature that that there is in there. So that's why my videos take so long. Guys, again, give it a thumbs up if you liked it. I want to thank all of my subscribers. Make sure you hit Beanstown up. Thank him for pushing out another nice ROM. Him and his team. Make sure you guys thank all of the ROM or the theme developers. They do an outstanding job. Thank Chum for the Substratum, and I will see you guys on the next one.